Hi, I'm Jessica Lahr, and welcome to another edition of FLX Weekly here on Wednesday, August 16th, 2017. Joining me in the studio live is Josh Durso and Jim Sinicropi.
Here we are.
And there's a lot going on in the studio this week.
Yeah, we've had some great guests here. On Monday, I subbed in for Harold Weber during the Weber This Week show, and we had Evander Russin, who is a local MMA fighter, Marcus Whitman grad, lives in Stanley, born in Geneva. And that was interesting to talk to him about MMA, get his thoughts on the Mayweather-McGregor fight coming up. But what's inspirational about his story is his mother's incarcerated, his father's not around, and his brother was in a car accident. They were both in a car accident and left his brother with no use of his arms or legs. And Evander's his sole caregiver, pretty much, which for Evander's, I can't remember his age, maybe 24, 25 years old. So that's obviously been a challenge that he stepped up to. But as part of this, he's decided he wants to become a LPN, a licensed practical nurse.
Oh, wow.
Because to get the proper training to care for his brother, instead of having to deal with the expense and so to do that, he's starting classes in September, and there's a GoFundMe page for him. So check out that episode. That's pretty cool. The Melissa Clay show was this week too, and she had a couple great interviews on there. The primary guest in studio was Heidi Lindecker, who is alternative healing through food and diet. Pretty interesting stuff there. The Deep Brief podcast was back after Jackie Augustine returned from her trip to Europe, and you guys had an interesting show. Yep. What else am I missing? The Crash Course podcast, the Golf J podcast with a recap of the PGA, and now this show. And
there's still more to come this week.
Yeah, there's a 31st lap on Thursday night.
Yep.
And
no Inside the FLX this week.
But also I learned only one of us three watches Game of Thrones, and that's me.
This was going to come.
Well, anybody that's watching this show that watch Games of Thrones is like, I can't, and then the people that don't watch it, they don't really get it.
See, like I said, though, before we came on, Game of Thrones fans are fierce. They're animals. They if you do not watch that show, you are ostracized to some sort of
Well, I'm jealous of people that haven't watched it, because you have the opportunity now to sit down and binge watch it. Since the beginning of the show 6 seasons ago, or 7 seasons ago.
It's a lot of time.
I've watched it week by week. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I'm jealous of somebody that gets a chance to binge watch it, because of all the stuff that's ever been on TV, and this is HBO. Right. There's nothing's come close, and I've loved shows like Breaking Bad and Sopranos, and those are all fantastic. But Game of Thrones is like twice as good as any of those, if you can believe that.
Really?
Wow, it's impressive.
And you're not going to do it, Josh? I'm going to binge watch this winter when my schedule.
I'm still working through the House of Cards most recent season of that.
Yeah.
So.
Now, I watched House of Cards, and I stopped watching it after 4 or so episodes, and maybe it was a mistake, but I can't stand it when Kevin Spacey turns and talks to you.
The breakaways.
Yeah, like I think the show would be just as good without that. It's like sometimes he's just saying stuff that's obvious. Like,
it's unique. It's one of the more interesting things about the show.
But anyways, that stuff has nothing to do with the Finger Lakes. It's just like Game of Thrones right now has got a couple episodes left, and then another season with 6 2-hour episodes, I think, for their final season, and things are really kicking in. And it's a show that really pays off on things from years ago, So, hey, anyways. But around here, it's August, middle of August already, and I think we have on tap one of the better weekends of the summer.
Yeah.
I'm crossing my fingers.
And I can tell you about the weather for this weekend.
Yes.
We're looking at a chance of some rain overnight Thursday into Friday, and then that rain will stick around Friday morning before 10 a.m. before turning mostly cloudy, high near 81. Then Friday night should be fairly comfortable with a low around 64. Mm-hmm. And then Saturday and Sunday, Chamber of Commerce type days here. Partly sunny, high near 80 both days. overnight lows in the low 60s. And then heading into next week, looks like more sun and more low 80s. So
we'll take it.
Yeah, it's August is winding down, but the weather's perfect. So this should be a fantastic weekend to get out and do run a 5K, maybe an obstacle course 5K.
A little Vino and the Beast action.
Yeah. So now, before you talk about this event, that's you and your husband Chad run the Vino and the Beast. It's really become a popular staple of summer here.
Yeah, it's it all started from an idea. My husband was in on Josh's show a couple weeks ago and really kind of shared more about what we do. But yeah, it started 6 years ago. This is our 6th year, and we're really excited about it. We bring it back every year, and now we're in Connecticut too, in a little wine country in Connecticut. So, but yeah, let me just jump into it. I'll read and kind of explain a little bit more about it. But
okay.
It's called Vino and the Beast, and it's at Three Brothers in Zugby Vineyards. It's a unique 5K obstacle run through the vineyards, and it has lots of obstacles, 13 obstacles. It's challenging, we're not going to lie, but people come and walk it, they come and run it. So conquer the obstacles, take in the gorgeous scenery, and the post-celebration is like a mini wine festival. So we have live music, we have 2 DJs. It's spread apart, so you have a lot of music going on. Free wine tastings to our runners, who also receive a free wine glass, a free T-shirt, a nice, cool finisher medal. We design the finisher medals every year. They're really neat.
How many people ran last year?
Last year, I want to say close to 1,500.
Yeah, so it's a big one.
It's about the same, yeah.
And you got great weather on tap, so that's got to be a big relief.
We're hoping, yeah, because last year...
I'm telling you, didn't you hear my forecast? It's going to be a Chamber of Commerce day.
I also know how this weather is here in New York, so I'm crossing my fingers. We'll just go with that. But yeah, you can come out and get a spectator pass, and you'll get a little passport to go to all the wineries there, because you get wine tastings at the Three Brothers 3 wineries, and then their microbrewery, and I believe Zugby will be there setting up
right across the street, right?
Well.
So
yes, we run through their land too. Yeah. But the festival all takes place at Three Brothers.
And is it too late to get in the race itself?
You can show up day of and register.
Wow.
But yeah, we had pre-registrations, and they were tiered, so you can save money the earlier you sign up. But and the other thing we have going on is a Future Beasts 1 mile fun run for kids, and that's at Zugby Vineyards on Friday evening.
Do they have obstacles?
Yeah, so they have, I think, 5 obstacles.
So what are some of the obstacles?
Oh, well, we just bought a 70-foot inflatable obstacle we're really excited about to add this year.
It's like a wall.
Chad talked about that one when he was on my show.
Yeah.
It sounded 70 feet, people. That's a lot of feet. It's a lot of feet.
It's a lot of feet. And then we have things like, a climbing, scaling wall. We have a pond. We have a mud pit. We have things you have to climb over and climb under, and, nets and all sorts of stuff. So it's fun, but there's wine on the course, too. We have our water stations, and they get a little novelty shot of wine if they'd like. But we have some people that come, and they're competitive, but most of the time it's just people that are just there to have fun and run to the wine. So,
well, good luck.
Fun. Thank you.
And I'm sure it'll be another great event.
Thank you.
Good luck to the runners, too.
Yes. Let's hope for no injuries or anything like that. So.
Now, is that the only thing going on this weekend?
That's not the only thing. The classic American Latin rock band Santana will be at CMAC in Canandaigua on Friday night at 8 p.m. Tickets are still available at cmacevents.com. That would be fun to go to.
Yeah, no doubt. Santana's incredible. And there's a lot of fans of Fish that also like Santana, because Carlos Santana was a big inspiration for Trey Anastasio of Fish. So it'll have if anybody's been to a Fish or a Grateful Dead show, it's more of a festival than a concert. And so I think that this will be similar to that type of feel. There should be a lot of pre-gaming and dancing in the crowd. So
yes.
And should be good weather for that concert, too.
Yes, yeah, Friday night, 8 p.m. So, also going on, Generations Bank and Seneca County House of Concern are preparing for this upcoming weekend of activities in Seneca Falls to benefit the hungry in Seneca County. Generations Bank will again be hosting its Taste and Tunes event on Friday from 6 to 9, and the Seneca County House of Concern will be hosting its 2nd annual Canal Crawl Paddling Poverty on Saturday, morning at 9 a.m. Taste and Tunes will feature tastings from various wineries, breweries, and restaurants in Seneca County, along with live music from local musicians. Tickets are available for purchase at Cafe 19, Generations Bank at 19 Cayuga Street, and CV Designs Boutique on Fall Street for $20 in advance, and for $25 at the door the night of the event. So tickets include a stemless wine glass and tastings throughout the night. Sounds like a fun event.
It's a great event.
Yeah.
It combines two things that a lot of people like. Three things. Food and wine and music.
Yeah.
But it has been wildly popular. I think it's a great time, Friday from 6 to 9, so it's not like a full day type of event. You show up, you plan on that for your dinner, have a few drinks, and then after it's done, you can walk downtown or do or even drive up to CMAX still and catch that Santana show. But it's for a good cause, and then in the morning on Saturday, that's another great event. That's only the second annual, but it was popular last year, and it's a unique event. There, both for a good cause. So I'm going to be there at the Taste and Tunes.
Oh, good. Have fun. Let us know how it goes. All right. Also, on Saturday and Sunday, you can check out Arts at the Gardens, an outdoor 2-day juried fine art and fine craft exhibition, show, and sale held on the grounds of Sonnenberg Gardens and Mansion. Yeah.
Good times at Sonnenberg.
Yep. Hope Float's Kayak Challenge will be an attempt to break the current world record of largest raft of canoes and kayaks free-floating for at least 30 seconds on Saturday at Lakefront Park in Geneva.
So if you're wondering what's going on out there when you drive by Geneva on Saturday, that's why we threw that one in there. That's they're trying to break a world record. I don't know. I think you need 3,500. So
isn't it amazing? Like, some of these world records are really obscure. And people are actually thinking about these random things that they can, break. It's thoroughly
I wonder
impressive.
what the longest podcast without a break is. Maybe we can try to break that here at FLX One. It's got to be pretty long. But
what's the Guinness? We'll just research that with Guinness, and we'll find out.
And we'll see if we can
do
it until we realize it's probably 47 days straight or something.
Right. Right. Oh, that's funny. On Sunday from 1 to 5 p.m. in Ovid, it's Seneca Jam, a 60s Woodstock tribute band perform at Toro Run Winery starting at 1. The event will benefit the Finger Lakes Land Trust. For ticket info, visit tororunwinery.com or call 315-530-2663, 315-530-2663. Also, take a moonlight stroll through Sonnenberg Gardens on Friday night. It's Superhero Day at Waterloo Premium Outlets on Saturday. Or take a tour of the Seward House Museum in Auburn at 10:30 on Saturday morning and learn about William Seward's diplomatic legacy as well as his personal experiences in foreign encounters abroad.
Yep. That is
some serious stuff.
A handful of events. There's more on our calendar at fingerlakes1.com. And, of course, tons of wineries and, they have live music and the great restaurants around here. I mean, and the weather's going to be great. So quit complaining about summer going by so fast and get out there and have a good time this weekend.
Embrace it. Yes. Be present while it's here.
Yep.
Yes. Well, looks like it's going to be a great weekend. Josh, what do we have going on in the news this week?
So all this talk about Finger Lakes wine and all these events happening around wine. A father-son duo are working on a business venture with local wineries to make sure that we're represented in China of all places. So everyone knows that our wines are exported to all these states and 30-some countries. Well, now they're working, this duo is working to make sure that there is a supply line straight to China, because apparently wine is a booming market. There's just such a need for it. So some of the wineries that are taking part right now, Keuka Spring, McGregor Vineyard, Fox Run, Boundary Breaks, and Red Newt Cellars. That full story is on fingerlakes1.com, of course, but probably the most interesting thing that I saw pop up in the headlines this week. Of course, in Wayne County, A business called Ultralife scored a $4.7 million contract. The company will supply its Viper technology to Thales Defense Security. The company is a global leader in developing and manufacturing combat-proven software-defined radio equipment to the U.S. Army.
Oh, wow.
So,
that's a lot
obviously a trusted contract there. It's always good to see local businesses score those kinds of, because that is rock solid for them, of course.
Well, a lot of good things happen in Newark. It's a result of having that great company there. And, battery technology's got a great future, because as we keep having all our devices getting smaller and smaller, they need more and more power. So then they're a global player in that market right there in Newark.
And, of course, wanted to give an update to the missing person story that we had posted. 50-year-old Margaret Polino of Waterloo went missing on Sunday. According to a post from a family member, which has been shared a bunch of times, she has been found. So the state police effort to locate her was apparently successful. They're asking for privacy and, everyone's thoughts and prayers and whatnot. And, of course, we'll continue to update this story, but she was apparently safe, unharmed, and everything is good. And that is what we will be continuing to update throughout the next several days, although oftentimes when a story like this breaks, you don't necessarily get all of the details from the local law enforcement. So just, keep in mind that this kind of thing could happen to anyone, and it's just good that she is found safe. And
normally those don't end well.
Yeah.
After it's been a few days. So,
of course, lots of other news on FingerLakes1.com.
We broke the story about the fatal train crash in Palmyra yesterday, and there's just it's amazing.
The news is always happening.
24/7, 365, 7 days a week. Doesn't take a break on Sunday.
No,
it doesn't.
Or Christmas or Thanksgiving.
No.
No.
So we're on it.
Yes, you are.
Yep.
Okay, thank you so much. Well, let's take a look at our top local photos.
Best part of the week,
this week, right. A smaller batch than usual, but that's okay. Let's start with this photo from Patrick Costello showing the setting sun as it casts beautiful lighting over the fields in Newark last Wednesday evening.
I had the wrong sunset. There's the right sunset.
Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous.
It is pretty cool.
I dig it.
That reminds me right before a big battle in Game of Thrones.
Oh boy.
He was going to get that in.
I know. Another from Wednesday's sunset from Justin Shaw as the setting sun created dramatic colors in the sky above downtown Waterloo.
Love it.
Oh, wow. That's cool, too.
Yep, a lot of sunsets this week.
Very cool. Yeah, Pat Costello was on the move with another shot of last Wednesday's setting sun over Phelps. Oh, my goodness.
That photo
bouncing off the road there. That's
literally
cool.
Spectacular.
Yeah.
Fiery
indeed.
Beautiful. Rachel Burkholder captured these swallowtail butterflies as they moved in on this butterfly bush near Cayuga Lake on Friday.
Action shot, impressive in the fact that those wings are moving, and
right.
So good technical skill there by Rachel capturing that one.
It's amazing. Mark George captured Friday night's sunset over the hills of Cayuga Lake from his position on a hillside in Barrington. Oh my gosh.
I think the title of this one, when he sent it in, was Desert Sunset or something like that. Because it literally looks like something out of Nat Geo.
Serengeti.
Awesome. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing.
Or the scene just before the Dothraki attacked the Lannister forces in Game of Thrones.
Of course.
Oh, boy. All right. Nancy L. Wright was also out on the shore of Cayuga Lake at Morgan Marine in Penn to capture this image of the setting sun on Thursday.
I can get ice right there, too. See that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Really, really enjoyed that picture. I don't know why. It's very simple, but thoroughly enjoyed. Very summery.
Yes.
Oh, here comes the train.
Here comes our train.
Here comes the train.
Yes. We need to get a train cam.
I know, we do. We really should.
So we can show.
So you can flash the train going by when it... That's a good idea.
We'll get on that.
Get on that. Nancy also sent us this image of late summer flowers beside an old wagon wheel in the town of Milo Saturday afternoon.
Look at that thing.
Now that's a portion of it.
Yeah.
That's a cool shot, though. Reminds me of the little town I grew up in. All right, finally.
Prattsburg?
Yes. Yeah. I don't know why. It just brings me back.
Well, that's what good photos do.
Yeah. All right, finally, Nancy Jacobs captured this female ruby-throated hummingbird who couldn't resist the flowers of an althea bush. I don't know how to say that. Althea bush? Along a pond in South Bristol on Tuesday evening.
Cool.
So the first time I saw this picture, when it was sent in, I had to spend like 10 minutes looking at it, trying to find the bird. Because I don't know what it was, but my eyes just did not want to see that there was a bird sitting right there.
Yes.
Really rough.
Okay, gang, what's our favorite? What's the photo of the week?
It's so hard. With all of those sunset photos. I think for me, the Cuca Lake Marina, I'm going to go with that one for me personally.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
I couldn't choose.
It's either that or the Waterloo. It had to be either that or the Waterloo shot. I thought.
Yeah, neither one of those are my pick.
Mine either.
They're all so.
It's all up to you guys.
This week it's all kind of steady. So.
I was gonna go with one of Patrick Costello's, and I'm gonna go with the first one, the one overlooking the fields in Newark.
I was gonna go with Rachel's butterfly photo.
Man!
Just because it was kind of unique,
but
as the rules go, if there's a tie between you guys, I'll have to break it. So I have to choose between the marina and the sunset. The sunset was the sunset from Patrick Costello was pretty awesome, but I like the one that you chose from the marina on Cuca Lake just because it has some context.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So we'll go with this one. Who took that one?
This is by Nancy L. Wright.
Yes.
Yes. Good job, Nancy. I like that one a lot.
Yes. I do too. They're all beautiful.
Yeah, it's a solid batch this week.
Oh my gosh.
Tough
always
to choose
always hard to choose.
Tough to choose.
Very.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for sending those in. If you'd like to share your local photos from across the region, click the link in the Submit Content section at the bottom right-hand side of our homepage here at fingerlakes1.com, or you can send them to us on Facebook or hashtag or Instagram. Send us at Finger Lakes. What is it? Finger Lakes. I don't know what the.
We're all over the place. Just
find
send
us.
them to us.
Send them.
We'll get
them our way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Well, what do we have going on in sports, Jim?
Yankees are at Fenway to face the Red Sox on Friday at 7:10, Saturday at 7:10, Sunday at 1:35 in the afternoon. The Mets host the Marlins at Citi Field on Friday and Saturday at 7:10, Sunday at 1:10. NFL preseason football rolls on. Catch the fever, the excitement of NFL preseason football, which I don't like.
I was going to say, which you don't even enjoy.
No, I just think it's kind of dumb. Nobody needs to see that. But if you do want to see the Bills, they play at the Eagles 7 o'clock on Thursday night. And this Friday is exactly 2 weeks from the Syracuse Orange football opener versus Central Connecticut State at 7 o'clock in the Carrier Dome. So there's a Friday night opener, and it's 2 weeks from this Friday. And also exactly 2 weeks from this Friday is week 1 in Section 5 high school football, and all the high school sports gets underway. And last quick note, I think today they're playing the final of the Geneva City Golf Championship, and we got the brackets up on our homepage. It'll be Billy McDermott against a freshman from Geneva High, Joey Maurer.
Really?
Joey Maurer, who Billy McDermott's the coach of that team. Yep. So student meets pupil, not unlike some of the matchups that have occurred with Arya Stark in Game of Thrones.
See? All day. Just Game of Thrones puns. This is all it's going to be. The rest of the day.
Oh, you're stuck with them the rest of the day. I go home.
I know.
But that's it for sports this week, and we'll cover it all on our sports page at fingerlakes1.com or tap the app for sports.
Okay,
on
good.
our fingerlakes1.com free Android and iPhone app.
All right, great. All right. Well, that wraps us up for today.
Yeah, we still got a few more minutes.
Yeah, I want to hear about.
So, what are the weekend plans?
Well, she's
obviously you're going to be Vino and the Beasting.
Yes.
Yeah. Of course. What are your weekend plans?
Friday, I'm playing in Ducks Unlimited golf tournament. Saturday, I'm playing in the Minders Academy Above the Rim golf tournament, fundraiser for the Minders basketball team. And Sunday is the Cash Bonanza tournament at Seneca Falls Country Club.
So you're golfing 3 days in a row.
Yeah, I got to do some yard work, too, and probably we're going to the Taste of Tunes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we can make it out to Three Brothers on later Saturday.
Yeah, come out.
I don't know. We'll probably hit up a restaurant. Went to Red Dove Tavern last weekend, and that's always a great spot to eat. But so we'll we'll go eat one of our regular stops probably on Saturday night, and it should be a great weekend. I'm excited. Maybe even swim in the pool. We haven't done much of that this year.
My gosh!
Spent so much time maintaining it, and so little time enjoying it.
That's not how it's supposed to be.
I know.
You're supposed to enjoy it as much.
So are the obstacles set? Like, is the
They're
race
being built right now?
Just today. Is that where you're going after this?
I'm on kid duty today, so I actually have to go home and get my house ready for company coming in this weekend. My sister's coming in from Knoxville, Tennessee.
On the same weekend as the Vino and the Beast?
Yes, because we need volunteers.
Oh, okay. So
we always need volunteers. So she's coming to stay, and our partners live in Syracuse, so they're coming to stay. And so
do you have a big party on Saturday night when it's all over, or Sunday? Do you do something like a wrap up?
We do always after the event. I mean, it's kind of a party, right? It's like a festival.
Yeah, I was going to say the whole thing sounds like a party.
But you're
once
working
our work
it,
is
though.
done and we have all our stuff put away, we all meet. Whatever volunteers are still there, and friends and family that have come across. We have a lot of family that come and stay at Samson, so they come and hang out, and then they go camp at Samson afterwards, so it's fun.
How about you, Josh? What's up?
Yeah.
Golf tournament on Friday. Seneca County Youth Bureau, I believe, is what it is. And then more golf on Saturday, more golf on Sunday.
Sounds like the two of you will be quite busy golfing this weekend.
Other than that, I do want to try and get out to one of the many events that are going on. You just got to carve out the time. Yes. Saturday night's probably going to be my time to hit something that's going on around here.
Good. Well, come out to Vino and the Beast if you're bored. Three Brothers.
Just might.
Yeah, you should.
Just might.
It's fun. Lots of fun. I know I'll probably be sipping on a wine slushie all day long because it'll be hot. That
is what they're known for out there at Three Brothers.
I know.
Certainly
claim to fame is the wine slushie.
I know, and I prefer dry wine, but if it's in slushy form, I'll take it.
Once it's a slushy, you're set. It could be anything. You can turn anything into a slushy, and you're golden.
Exactly. Well, sounds like a great weekend. I hope you guys enjoy, and I would love to see a surprise me at Three Brothers. That would be really great. So.
One last thing on our site, there was a Macedon man caught a 36-pound state record-breaking fish.
Yeah.
On Oneida Lake, was it? A drum?
Yep.
Drumfish?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's a picture of it and all that good stuff on our site, too.
It is a large fish.
Yeah.
It's a large fish.
It sounds it.
So
36 pounds. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. If you'd like to drop us a line, send an email to contact@fingerlakes1.com. If you enjoy the show, click like, share, or subscribe. We are taking a rare week off next Wednesday afternoon.
Right.
Yep, but we'll be back August 30th.
Seneca Chamber of Commerce golf tournament's next Wednesday.
Sure is.
Yeah.
More golf.
We'll have fun. I know. But anyway, enjoy this weekend, and we will see you in a couple weeks. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.